Welcome back everyone. Hi, if you're new, my name is Tori and today I am going to be finally finding out the nominations, the finalist nominations for the 2020 Hugo Awards. I heard the list came out a couple of days ago, actually maybe a few days ago at this point. It is, I don't know what today's date is, the 5th, 14th? Today's the 14th. So the nominations came out several days ago at this point. I have not seen them yet, but I thought it'd be really fun to go through the list with you all and one, see if I recognize any of the books, maybe if I've read any of the books, and just have a fun little discussion about, the finalist nominations. So if you're unfamiliar, the Hugo Awards are the most prestigious awards in science fiction, and they have awards for Best Novel, Best Short Story, I believe is also in there. So it's a lot going on. It's a really fun time. So yeah, let's check this list out and see what's on here. Oh wow, it's 8:45 on the dot. That's Aloy. Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm obsessed. So it's 8:45 in the morning. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay, so I'm going to the website. This is exciting. Why am I like sweating? Whoa, where is it? It's been a while. I'm just kind of maneuvering through the Hugo Awards website, trying to find where the nominations are. Wow, I swear I graduated from kindergarten. Like, let's speed this up, shall we? Oh wow, it says that George R.R. Martin is going to be the host of the awards. That's really cool. Okay, here we go. So the awards for Best Novel, we have The City in the Middle of the Night by Charlie Jane Anders. So I do actually own that book, but I cannot find it right now, and I have not read it because this is actually really the primary reason. I ordered it from Thrift Books, and they sent me an ARC of the book. That's like the 5th time probably I've gotten an ARC from Thrift Books, and so I really wanted to have a finished, just final copy of The City in the Middle of the Night because I do really want to read that. I just never got around to picking up the full copy, but that's really exciting. That's nominated. I've heard really good things about that novel. So the next one is, that's interesting. The next one is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. I also own this one. Here we go. Yep. I have Gideon the Ninth. Like late last year, I did a Chaya chapter tag. I didn't film it or anything, but I did a Chaya chapter tag with this book and a few others. And I just remember the first chapter of this was fine, but I was not in the mood at the time for, it felt very snarky. And I don't know, I wasn't vibing with the writing style at the time. So I ended up putting it down and never went back to it. But hopefully now I'll get to it sooner rather than later. The next book that was nominated was The Light Brigade, and this is by Cameron Hurley, and I have not read that either. Have I read anything that was nominated? This is embarrassing. And the next book here we go. This is really exciting. The next book that was nominated was A Memory Called Empire by ARKADY MARTINE, and I actually did read this. Shocker, surprise. I read this last year and it was actually really good. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a great debut novel. One down, I actually read something. The next one on here is, it's Middle Game by Seanan McGuire. And I remember seeing this book when it came out and it was really hyped up, really popular. But last year, I actually remember the month because it was such a bad reading month. Last April, I read Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire, and that was the first book in that whole novella series that she has. So I read that and I did not like that novella at all. I really did not enjoy it at all. And so after that was over, I was like, I don't really want to read anything else by Seanan McGuire. But if you've read Middle Game and you think it's worth checking out, definitely let me know. But yeah, I just haven't been too excited to go back to her work because Every Heart a Doorway just left such a bad taste in my mouth. So there's that. And then the last book that was nominated as a finalist for the Hugo Awards was The 10,000 Doors of January, and this is by Alex E. Harrow. And I actually have a copy of this as well. Orbit sent me a copy because I won their giveaway, which never happens. I never win anything. So that was like the highlight of 2019 for me. Okay, so now let's move down to Best Novella. Why is maneuvering on this Kindle so freaking hard? Okay, so Best Novella. Oh my God. So we have Anxiety is the Dizziness of Freedom, and this is by Ted Chiang, and this is in his short story collection Exhalation. If you haven't read Exhalation, just please turn this video off and go read Exhalation. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is really exciting, actually. We have The Deep by River Solomon Devi Diggs, William Hudson and Jonathan Snipes. That was also nominated for Best Novella. I read that too. Hold on. I can't find it. In the deep, we're following these water-dwelling creatures, and they are all descendants of pregnant African slave women who were thrown overboard. And one of our main characters, she is the historian for her people, and once a year, she, in a controlled space, releases these traumatic memories to her people. But, you know, it comes around again, and she can't handle it, and she completely bolts. It was such a great book. Such a great novella. You should definitely go check that out. The next novella that was nominated on here, oh my God, wow, we've actually read things on here. It's The Haunting of Tramcar 015 by P.J. Lee Clark. This is unreal. Like, when awards seasons come out, I have never read anything on the list, so this is really cool. So I did read wait, where is it? This was so good. It was so much fun. This takes place in an alternate Cairo, and we're following two investigators as they basically try to uncover why this tramcar is haunted, what is going on. It's so much fun, and I really fell in love with P.J. Lee Clark's writing. I love the way that the story flowed, and this takes place against the backdrop of women's suffrage. That is really cool that was nominated. The next one on here is In an Absent Dream, and this is by Seanan McGuire. I'm assuming that I think I know kind of vaguely the books that are in that Wayward Children, Every Heart or Doorway series, and I think this is one of them. So, but I haven't read it. I stopped reading those books. The next novella that was nominated is This Is How You Lose the Time War, and that is by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone. I actually didn't know that was a novella. That's interesting. And then the next novella on here that was nominated for a finalist was To Be Taught If Fortunate, and this is by Becky Chambers. And I read this too. What a morning. We actually are reading things. Where'd it go? Found it. Wow, I'm actually really kind of hyped up right now. So in this novella, we're following a crew of astronauts in space, and they are basically surveying different planets to find out which ones are most habitable for human life. And it's in the midst of this expedition that they're on that they realize Earth has just gone quiet and has stopped responding to them while they're on this really dangerous journey. And so this whole novella is one of the crew members, Ariadne. It's her account of what's happening and her writing this just in case someone is still on Earth and still there to receive what they're doing. This was amazing. Wow, this is a success. And then we have a lot of short stories on here. These short stories were published in science fiction literary magazines. So I recognize Tor on here, Strange Horizons, Uncanny Magazine. Those are pretty big ones. And then best series, we have The Expanse by James S.A. Corey, Encrypted by Seanan McGuire, Luna by Ian McDonald was nominated for best series. This is one of the series that I do want to start. This is on my list. And then we have the PLANETFALL series by Emma Newman. That's really cool. We have Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden, and the Wormwood trilogy is on here by Tade Thompson. I just read the first book. Here it is. This is nominated for best series. This is the first in a trilogy. And after reading this, I really do want to get to the second book. This was really strange, but it was so good. And just by the end of it, I don't know, this was such a satisfying read. I really enjoyed this. So that's cool that this was nominated for best trilogy. Well, best series rather. And then we have best graphic stories, best dramatic presentation, long form. I'll leave a full list of the awards down below, but I really just wanted to see what was nominated for like best novels and best short stories and things like that. So that, I would call this a success. So that is it for me, you guys. That was really fun to see and to watch everything kind of unfold. I cannot believe I actually read things on the list. That's a nice start to the morning. So let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these, and yeah, what book you're expecting to win. Let's have a fun discussion about it down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.